Thank you so much for staying with us. Actually, this is the insight where we give you all matters inclusive of all issues about politics. Well, I'm with my three guests, and of course, we're continuing the conversation. Let me get to you, Mr. Tahiti. Point for rebuttal before we get to you, Mr. Geshie.
Yes, there was something that I wanted to answer my brother here.
Yes.
He's a good follower of Bamba, which is very good. Mm-hmm. Kenya is a democratic country. Okay. But there is something, a very important point that he has raised, that all the corrupt people in Kenya, if we want to fight corruption, we must jail them. Okay. And actually he has insisted a very long term jail. But let's not assume that we are fighting corruption by coming, you come to Tahiti, because Tahiti is a UDA, he's supporting the UDA, you come and just chain him, take him to, you get him on Friday, you take him to court, on Monday he's out. That's not the way that we fight corruption. Okay. If corruption is there, that's my point. There is corruption in Kenya. Come and get whoever is corrupt, jail that person. But let's not go to the podium and start saying this person is corrupt, the other person is corrupt.
Okay, I get your point, sir. So, can I continue?
Yes.
If you allow me. Well, to Mr. Geshie, we're talking about the fight against corruption actually as one of the issues, major issues that is affecting the economy. We're also talking about the revival and the resuscitation of the economy of Kenya. We have Ruto and Raila as the major presidential contenders. Justin Muturi wants to be the president of Kenya. In your own honest opinion, what do you think that Justin Muturi has got that will ensure the resuscitation of the economy of Kenya better than Raila or Ruto?
Among the things that the Honorable Speaker will endeavor to do,
what is it better than?
He has served in the judiciary as a speaker for over 10 years, for over 20 years, from being a resident magistrate to a principal magistrate. He has also been a member of the Select Committee on Boundaries and Constitutional Review. He has also been the chairman of Center for Multi-Party Democracy. He has been the official opposition chief whip in the coalition government from 2002 to 2007. He holds the records of passing the most number of bills to ensure we operationalize the 2010 Constitution. All these coupled up in one basket. I find him fit. And the last one, he has no corruption case hanging over his head. All those people that you have mentioned, we have the UDA. UDA presidential candidate is synonymous with corruption. We have no need to go to there. We have the other one, the Azimio, La Umoja. We cannot sit here and try and extradite Raila Odinga from corruption. He has also some bad stuff in his closet. He was part of the maize scandal. He has consistently worked with Mudavadi and Wetangula. His own lieutenants. We have Junet. His name was mentioned in the Kemsa scandal. We have Murade. His name was mentioned in the Kemsa scandal. So when we sit here and try to paint for example, the former prime minister is holier than thou, it's wrong.
Okay. Gentlemen, allow me to move to the next topic, actually, where we're talking about the One Kenya Alliance. So, and of course, the alliances, the possible alliances in Kenya. Gideon Moi actually says during the OKA Volcano, and I quote verbatim, he says that we are open to honest engagements with other political formations which share in our ideology. So generally they are open for negotiations. Actually, from where you sit, Mr. Tahiti, yes. What do you make of this? Them being open for negotiations during this OKA meeting. They're saying that they're open for negotiations. Yes, General, what do you make of this?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I can say it's good for them to be open to negotiations because there is something better. Once you come up with one united coalition or a party or whichever to form a government. A government does not belong to one person. A government is for us all. And if we can have one motive and a good motive, it's always good and welcome. Like for example, of recent, some of OKA principals, that is Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula, joined UDA. Why did they join UDA? Not that they joined UDA because of their stomach, as some people are saying. It's because they have and they can see the vision. Once you see the vision of where you want to go, that's the time that you come and join the team. If the team has a good vision, come and join. And we welcome Kalonzo Musyoka, the forms of Gideon Moi, to come and let's join a good coalition that will make the next government and will help Kenya realize its goals.
Michael Arega, there was a signed coalition deal among the OKA principals. What does this portend in the future of the Kenyan politics?
Basically, OKA are really trying to come together after being betrayed by Wetangula and Mudavadi. So they are trying to bring their house together, and you realize they've brought other new faces. You see, there is Martha Karua, there was also a possibility, you know, Martha Karua is the spokesperson of Mount Kenya. The outfit, they came together with Kiunjuri, Moses Kuria. So we don't know yet, but there's a possibility that maybe that agreement can bring this put together. But what my friend is talking about, that they are welcoming OKA. Kalonzo Musyoka joked that he refers to to Kenya Kwanza as Kenya Kwisha. And he also had said 2 days before that even though they will form coalitions, they will not work with thieves. In Kenya, if you say that, everyone know what you mean. So that I don't see a possibility whereby OKA working with the UDA. In any case, Cyrus Jirongo couldn't work with Ruto, and that's why he left Mudavadi and Wetangula to go to UDA. But he's talking about a vision. There's no vision in UDA. UDA is about collecting former thieves together again to try and rapid this economy further. Because as Raila said the other day, we know Moses Wetangula sold Tokyo Embassy land to the guys in Japan. We also know that Mudavadi is having a case of grabbing a cemetery. So that by the end of the day, these people, they share one thing in common. They are corrupt.
Okay. Mr. Gashia, Martha Karua has joined One Kenya Alliance. They've signed actually a deal. Initially, they were in Mount Kenya Unity Forum, where also your party leader, Justin Muturi, was there. So what is cooking? Could we possibly see maybe an alignment, maybe a coalition between Martha Karua and Kalonzo Musyoka's OKA? Gideon Moi, you also have Cyrus Jirongo, of course, meeting the former Mount Kenya Unity Forum, that is including Justin Muturi, who is the leader of DP.
What I can say in that particular scenario, when Martha Karua has opted to work with the One Kenya Alliance, she's doing that as a party leader of the NARC Kenya in her own capacity. It's not she's not bringing all the Mount Kenya Unity Forum leaders into that coalition. The other thing that maybe I'd like to put it clear is that first, this coalition called Kenya Kwanza, the name was coined after we had a meeting with the One Kenya Alliance and the speaker, Justin Muturi, is when we coined the word Kenya Kwanza. So it found me by surprise if Musalia Mudavadi, the NC party leader, goes and uses that coalition in his own arrangement with UDA. The Honorable Speaker talked about it in Nyamira, and we will see how that goes. In my closing remarks, I would like to say that this country is prone to coalitions. No single person can win it alone. You need 50+1. The other thing is that what we are having, especially in the UDA corner, is a convergence of corrupt people. None of them doesn't have a single corruption case. They are either in court or they are waiting determination. What is peculiar is that why is it convenient for any leader whose name is mentioned in any corruption case finds a solace home in UDA? I don't want to mention men, but I'll give you a few. I have one, Ferdinand Waitito, former governor. I have another one, Governor Waiguru. I have Rigathi. I have lieutenants from the deputy president's corner who are facing major and mega scandals, not forgetting the Aurora and Kimorera and the NSSF. What we are saying, Kenyans coming general election, we are going to use the integrity as a benchmark to ensure that whoever takes on the realms of power of this country is not corrupt. We will not sit down and allow this country to lose close to 2 billion every day. This, as my brother alluded, it is as a result of the mega borrowing. But we borrowed money, but someone along the way found an opportunity to loot this money. That's why we have an individual who has consistently and persistently amassed wealth. From 2013 to date, he has built a house worth 1.2 billion. He owns close to 5 helicopters, latest of the art helicopters, which have night visions and can travel very fast. Why is it? After and on the backdrop of having COVID, we have an individual who has consistently been on a trajectory of amassing wealth. That is the bone of contention. Whereas all these Kenyans are suffering economically. We have 58% of Kenyans living below the poverty line. Okay?
Okay.
Let's use integrity as a benchmark in the forthcoming general election.
Okay, Kamau, I'll give you time, but let me ask you, Mr. Aregam, we look at the nature of the politics in Kenya. Do you think that actually it matters, the case of the corruption against someone? Do you think that even matters, or it's about popularity actually?
To be sincere,
yes,
to a great extent, it has not mattered before.
Yes.
In fact, we have people like you are allegedly corrupt, then it even increases your chances of being elected. That's how we had Waiguru. Waiguru was accused of NY scandal, and she resigned from that position. Somehow that gave a mileage, and she went and why. But that is why Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga is saying that when we get tukipata tamu za kuongoza tutafunga au wezi. Now we are going to have a government that is really serious with dealing with corruption. The reason why it is a problem today is because that the person who is second command in this country is himself corrupt. And let me just clarify something here.
Yes.
My brother was saying, just one point, my brother was saying that let us not politicize corruption. Let us not only go to people from that side that we take to court. I have a question. Raila Amolo Odinga has been in opposition for close to 30 years. He has had lieutenants. Did you hear that his lieutenants are being taken to court because of corruption? Today, as we speak, UDA has 30 legislators fighting corruption cases in courts. That is unprecedented. So, if it is because they're in opposition, why is it that when Raila was in opposition, that was not happening? If you are going to be corrupt, at least own up and tell us that because I know how to steal, I can fix it better than all of you.
Sir, you've had the allegations against the Kenya Kwanza alliance. Is it an alliance of thieves?
That's the point that I want to cover. It's true, as they have said. We have those people of registrators from the Kenya Kwanza. They are now being haunted because of corruption cases. Today we have Musalia Mudavadi. They can mention whatever he has done. There before, like a month ago, they couldn't mention anything that Musalia Mudavadi has done. I want to quote something that my brother from DP has said. That Kenya, President Uhuru, who is our Igbo president, he mentioned this several years after the handshake. I believe that's when he has his preferred second, who is the Baba. I don't know what they have done to stop that, because by the way, by then they had already sidelined deputy president. We also have the KEMSA deals. I don't know what happened with the KEMSA deals. They just mentioned because they have power, they can't be touched. So I can say these are just but allegations. So long as you, let me finish. Yes. So long as you support the deputy president, they try something. But let me tell you, you can't try to stop fire from the oil with water.
Mr. Taiti, let me ask you this. Now, back to the alliances, now the Kenya Kwanza, the OKA. Let me ask you, in your own view, do you think that OKA is a formidable alliance and actually can make a third force? Or is it inconsequential?
A great one. I believe that the small part that we are lucky to get the 50+1.
Okay.
I believe right now we have, let's say, we can give it 55 to 60%. And I can assure you, and this is a sure bet, come August 9, whoever wants to join the winning team is welcome to Kenya Kwanza. Because we'll get the seat and we'll get the government and we'll make Kenya to get to its vision.
What are the repercussions actually, before I come to you, Arega, sir, what are the repercussions of OKA, which has offered themselves? Because actually I was listening to all your conversations, and it's either against the pro-Ruto Kenya Kwanza alliance or against the Azimio la Umoja, that is pro-Raila. So, but I haven't heard you talking ill of OKA. I don't know, is it because they're inconsequential? But if at all, it's because they're good. What do you think the repercussion will be if either they join Kenya Kwanza or join Azimio la Umoja, or both sides? What are the repercussions?
They will definitely tilt and upset the balance of political numbers. We can't rule them out. We have, they are experienced in their own rights. We have the right Kalonzo Musyoka, coupled with Gideon Moi. He's the blue boy in that case, and we have the Cyrus Jirongo and the incoming Martha Karua. We can't rule them out as per se, but my clarion call is like, let's not elect people based on their parties. Let's evaluate these people. Let's see their track record. Let each one of them show us what he has stood for in a career spanning over 20 years. But to answer your question, OKA is a force. If they choose to go it alone and be on the ballot, we will definitely have a runoff. But on the same breath, I think it's too early in time. As much as there's this bromance between UDA and ANC, we don't know what will happen tomorrow. They can as well, we still have until the 26th of March. They can choose to go separate ways, or they can choose to remain together. I don't know what will happen either in the Azimio frontier. But we in the Democratic Party, we wish to encourage people to evaluate our presidential candidate, Honorable Speaker, and put him on this scale of the integrity scale, and likewise put the rest of the presidential aspirants.
Let me ask you this, a question on the same note. Justin Muturi, at the beginning of, actually last year, was coronated as Mount Kenya spokesperson. What have you guys been up to since all that time? You're not making moves. We have heard, we're hearing of Azimio la Umoja, Raila, reincarnation to Azimio la Umoja. We have UDA now. We have Kenya Kwanza, and then we also have One Kenya Alliance, which of course has recruited new lieutenants like we've seen Cyrus Jirongo, Martha Karua. What is happening in this side of DP?
We are definitely moving around the country. The Honorable Speaker was in Nyamira. He was, I think the day before yesterday, he was in Limuru, was in Juja. What you are doing, we want to talk to the people directly and inquire from their end. What is it that they would like us in the Democratic Party to do? Remember, the Democratic Party was the party that was formed and brought together by the retired President Mwai Kibaki. So it's a party of substance. It has no tainted image. I think President Kibaki retired, did his bit. I think now we can look back and say at least he tried to deliver some economic leverage to this country. But all in all, we will be having our National Delegates Conference on the 21st of February. We are still in talks with political leaders across the board. We want first to unite the Mount Kenya bloc. That will and ensure that when we speak, because when you have ODM is its stronghold is in Nyanza. You have UDA, its stronghold in the Rift Valley. So before we go and talk to any other leader, we first want to unite the Mount Kenya political base, engage with political leaders in that arena. We have Kiunjuri, we have Moses Kuria, he's recuperating. I wish him quick recovery. He is going to be in the country, I think, on the 19th. So we expect to have political maneuvers, and we are engaging at a very high level. We will definitely be giving the way forward, I think, on the NDC, 21st of February.
Okay, thank you so much, gentlemen. Actually, we're still continuing this conversation. For those who are watching, we are still here having this conversation. We are going for another short break, but we are going to be right back for more, actually, as we delve into matters politics.